Good Monday morning, guys. As you can see, and from the title, this is my 6-month review of the HUK boots. Honestly, they've been great. I have no complaints on them whatsoever. There's enough room in here. I wear 12 in Nikes, 12 in boots. Apparently a 13 in Hey Dudes because those 12s fit too snug. But I wear 12 and everything, and I ordered 12s, and these fit perfect. They are a waterproof boot, so they're gonna keep moisture out, and so may make your feet sweat a little bit more. But the good thing is to me on mine, and I'm a big dude, they don't squeeze my foot. I have enough room in here to move around in them, and they just don't fit tight. So they, you do get a little breathing out of the top. But they look rough. I'm not gonna say they look great, but these are my work boots. I used to wear those Timberlands. I wore those forever with lawn work. And I'm not gonna. They were good boots, but they're supposed to be waterproof, but they're only waterproof probably till about June or July, and then as you start walking through yards in the mornings, whether you're pricing, washing, they start getting wet, and then they have the strings, so they tie. So I was looking for something different. The extra tough, the HUK boots. I think there's other companies, but I went with these, and I found also that about any time you are looking at these, you can find a coupon code. I found one last year for 30% off, and I thought that was amazing. But then as soon as I posted that, it may have been a week, if it was even a week later, there was a guy posted a 50% coupon code. So instead of spending like $120, you could have got these for like 50 or 60 bucks, something like that. Don't quote me on those prices, for sure, but it was, it was better than regular price. But like I said, I wear 12. These are 12. These were, if you can see, these were the Mossy Oak. Will that zoom in? The Mossy Oak Hydro pattern. Really doesn't matter. Now, I have cleaned a ton of concrete, houses. I've mowed in these ever since, 6 months ago. I did landscaping in them. When I do landscaping, I use like a 2-inch gravel. I'll load my cart up, and I always take my boot and kick the gravel out of it. It seems to work easier for me. So they've been in some rough stuff. They've been in briars. I mow a yard where my feet pretty much are soaked to about right here. The whole time I'm in the backyard in that one little section, and they've always been great. Your feet will sweat in them. That's a given because they're waterproof, but they dry out quick. Like my Timberlands, they wouldn't dry out for like a day or two. These don't do that. They have no smell, which I don't have stinky feet, but they don't have any smell to them. My muck boots, if I worked in them for a few months, they were big and bulky and uncomfortable, but my muck boots they would get like a minty smell. I guess it was like a mildew or a mold, and that's why I had to find something different. The pattern has came off. The pattern has came off because I guess this is just like an ink, which like I said, I've wore these for 6 months now. I don't feel any difference in the bottom, like anything that's wore out that doesn't feel like it did when I bought them new. They still feel like the day I bought them new. They just look different. This is my left foot, so of course I'm right-handed, so all my grass, that I'm trimming with hits here. We did a fence last week, and when that strong SH gets on there, it just eats this ink away. But I have no holes in them. Now, when I first bought them, there was a twig sticking out of the ground one day, and I had my foot twisted a little bit, and I thought I had put a hole in it right here, and I didn't. luckily I didn't, and that was great. I've walked roofs on them. They've been great for that. The only thing that I found that I really don't care for is like if I'm working like my hillside in the back of my yard, I cut down all the small stuff, and walking on the logs and where you really want like something with a little bit more of a grip, these didn't have it. I didn't care much for that at all. I felt like I was just going to slide around, or I did slide around. So that's about the only time that I've felt these weren't really secure. We did a job last week where the driveway was, really peaked like that, and it just felt like my foot was, when I was walking sideways, like my foot was just pushed up against the side. But 6 months of like everyday use, these have been amazing. The only thing that I don't really care for with these boots is this tab right here. Well, actually either tab. I just don't like them. They always end up hitting my boot, or they always end up hitting my pants. Like if I'm sitting on the mower and my pant leg rides up, and then I go to sit down, they always hit my pant leg, and then they just stay there. And actually, a pair of my pants that I wear where this constantly hits the front of it, and I've bleached them. It put a hole in the front of both of my pants, which, I mean, the polyester pants that I wash in, they don't have a problem with that. But that's about the only negative that I can find is this tab. I understand, you want a tab or whatever, maybe to pull your boot on, but I mean, these are so good, fitting your foot in and out. These are really unnecessary. They just hang my pants up, and I can't stand for my pants to be bunched up. But yeah, guys, this is 6 months. Real video. I'll show you all the way around them. Like I said, I've sprayed fertilizer. We've overseeded in them, spraying fertilizer. We've sprayed 6 months, so that means we've sprayed 3 times in these. And they'll get black across the tip where the fertilizer hits as I'm walking through the yard. And I could go wash them off if I was really that concerned about it, and they would probably look a little better than that. And I have actually taken my rinse tip on my pressure washer when I've been washing, and then just go over them. But they got this side has like a hard crust built up to it because of the trimming, but that's just how it is when you're out working. This side here, you can see a lot of the ink coming off, and I would say it probably be this way too if it didn't have that build up. But the ink is coming off, and they're just getting to be where they're just totally white, like at the tip, but they're still holding up. If I have to get another pair, well, I will get another pair this year. But for 6 months, my feet still stay dry. They're still comfortable. My Timberlands were more than this, and when I would wear them, yeah, they fit snug on my feet. They didn't breathe good. They didn't dry out good, and they didn't keep my feet dry. And that was the big thing with these. And so if I needed something like that, I wore my muck boots. But these, they're not bulky. They're not heavy. They're comfortable. If we're out working on the Jeep, if we're out in the yard doing something, if we're going to go fishing, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to put these on. Even though these are my work boots, I'm going to put these on. So I'll leave a link. I guess you can still buy these off Amazon. I'll leave a link down in the description. I highly recommend them. I bought them new, compared them to the muck on my channel, and then I did like a 2-month review, and now I'm doing a 6-month review because, I was like a lot of other guys. I looked at I heard people say, oh, well, I bought the HUK boots and they lasted for 2 weeks and then they busted at the seams. Well, I bought the extra tough boots and they busted at the seams. Or they only lasted for 1 month and I had to go and buy more, and I'm looking for something my guys can wear. I put these boots through it. I'm 250, 260, and I'm not easy on them. And like I said, we're mowing in them, we're trimming in them, we're doing landscape jobs, we're pressure washing, we're surface cleaning. And you know, not just house wash stuff. These have had a ton of pre-treatment and post-treatment on them. If you look back at the videos, because I posted some of them, but they still hold up. They're still just as good as they were when I bought them new. They just don't look as good. So my only recommendation is when you go to buy them, look for a coupon code, because more than likely you're going to find it. Search Spray Wash Academy. Somebody may have a code on there and that you could use. But anyway, that's my time for the day. These are my HUK boots 6-month review. I've loved them, and when these go bad or get a hole in them or whatever happens to them, then I'll buy another pair. But yeah, they've been great. So that's my time for the day, and we'll catch you next time.